All right, Sky Squad. Listen, it is no secret that I have been wanting Tamar Braxton to get back on reality TV for quite some time now. I mean, there's been enough drama going on in the streets that I feel like maybe she should just be paid for her pain, baby. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that she has this new relationship. Well, we might not have Tamar on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it sounds like Tamar Braxton is about to be real booked and real busy post the Love and War tour. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look, all right? But before we do that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because I know a lot of times you guys watch videos like myself, but may not actually subscribe to the channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also like this video if you like reality TV related content. So let's get into the tea. All right. So I was scrolling past, just the down to the Instagram streets, and we had talked about this before. There had been murmurings that there would be a new season of Braxton Family Values. Now, we don't know what the name of the show will actually be. I'm kind of curious to hear what if it's going to be the same thing or if it will be something different. So our friends over at Love B Scott posted that the Braxtons would return to WeTV with a new reality series. Hence why I wondered about the name. Now it says Braxton Family Values ran for 7 seasons, all right, on AMC Network's WeTV, and now the family is coming back with a new reality series. So it says here that the network has ordered The Braxtons, starring, so I guess maybe that's going to be the name potentially, starring Tony, Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and Miss Evelyn more than 3 years after Braxton Family Values. So this sounds like it could be a potentially very different show. Now, you guys may recall that when Tamar left WeTV, I mean, it was under some very contentious circumstances. I don't know if you guys recall that, but I do, okay, because we talked about her solo show here on this channel and everything that happened in the aftermath of that. Fast forward to today, and we have unfortunately lost our dear angel, Tracy Braxton. So it will be interesting to see how the family is doing, post that period of time and now where everyone is in their lives currently. I also wonder what made them decide to go back to the television show after they sort of kind of ended on a very odd note, right? Didn't it just feel weird that the show just left? Because for me, I felt like, I know that there's the Kardashians, but I just kind of felt like the Braxtons were like our reality TV royalty family. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm happy to see them back. And I hope it's under circumstances that they are all completely happy with, right? So I go over to, and that it comes to us courtesy of Deadline, right? So, number one, it's coming from B Scott, and then number two, it's also coming from Deadline. And then you head on over to the WeTV page, baby. Okay. And then you do a little scrollerization, and this is the first thing that you see. It says, Welcome home, the Braxtons, Tony, Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and Miss Evelyn are back to share love, heartbreak, success, family dynamics, and so much more. The all new series is coming soon. To be quite honest with you, because we're not going to be getting Real Housewives of Atlanta anytime soon, and Potomac and Married to Medicine will be ending. I'm super excited that we're going to be having this family, this black family back on our screens. I'm excited. I can't wait. If you know me, and if you guys have followed me, especially OG, you know, community members in the Sky Squad, you guys will remember me from AfterBuzz TV. I used to recap that show way back when I was at After Buzz TV before I even started on my own YouTube channel. So this is super exciting to me, and I cannot wait. And probably one of the best and most intriguing interviews that I've ever done on my channel was with our dearly departed Tracy Braxton. And that interview will always remain super special to me because, it was just it was quite the time for her at that moment. So, just to kind of remember that moment is always special to me. Now, as we continue down the WeTV path, before we continue on to Tamar's next show, I think it's also important to take a look see at the fact that WeTV has released an extended first look at the new show produced by Kingdom Reign Entertainment, okay, which will be bringing the heat to WeTV and All Black on February the 15th, which also stars our good girlfriend Malaysia from Basketball Wives. Not to mention the person that is behind the brains behind the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've just got an a Real Housewives of Atlanta quasi alum in Goshe. Is it Gosha? Goshe? And I just feel like this show is going to be super duper fresh and amazing. And I think it's going to be a different look at Atlanta, quite different from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Again, especially Atlanta has left a gap. Real Housewives of Atlanta has left a gap in the market, and WeTV is picking up the slack. Okay. Now, this show will air on Thursday, I believe, February the 15th. So I'll be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to this. But we also got to talk about what Gossip released earlier today. And that is the fact that BET Plus, baby, is back with College Hill season 3. So let's take a look at this cast, baby. We got who we got up in the mix for season 3, right? Let's take a look. Tamar Braxton. So, as I stated earlier, Tamar is about to be completely booked and busy in this new season. And I'm all the way here for it because, personally speaking, I feel like Tamar Braxton is made for reality television. And it is a crying shame that nobody else had picked her up for a show outside of, what she had done with Dish Nation. I just feel like it's time for her to make her return. I had wanted it on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but even better, she's gone where she's celebrated. Okay. BET. So let's take another look and see who else we got on the docket. All right, we got Saucy Santana. Now, the interesting thing about Saucy Santana in this mix is I'm wondering the contracts for VH1 shows must be pretty lenient, mostly because when I think about like Bobby Lights doing not only, the stuff with Zeus, but also with VH1, and BET and VH1 are under the same umbrella, so this is not as much of a shock to me. But it is interesting to note that Saucy Santana will now technically be on 2 shows as well, similar to Tamar on he's going to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as well as doing College Hill, which is going to be super duper exciting. Big ball of personality right there. And so I think that he's going to make for some great TV. So who else is on the list? Let's dissect. I love it. We got Angela White, also known to the public as Black China. I'm interested, similar to Amber Rose, I'm really interested in following Black China's version as I guess we should really just be calling her Angela White at this point, like they've labeled her here. I'm interested to see how she fares in the world of reality TV now, simply as Angela White. Because the last time I remember her really being on reality TV was with her own show, and it was with her and her mom, and it was just all kinds of chaos. So we know that she can bring it, but what will she bring now that she is in this new phase of her life? Will it be a much more toned down reality TV version, or will it be back to the turned up Angela White, aka also known as Black China of yesteryear, right? So let's continue. So here we also have another familiar face, Nick Swaggy P. Young. Now, Nick Young is I guess he's a former basketball player. I don't think he's still playing. Is that correct? Y'all gonna have to forgive me on this one because I ain't really up on my sports. If it ain't reality TV related news, which typically fills my day outside of writing, then I don't really know much about it. I do know that he used to date the Iggy Azalea. Didn't he used to date Iggy Azalea? Interestingly enough, I feel like they do love to have a celebrity athlete or a former athlete on the show. So I feel like he fills in that spot, right? And now that I think about it, I feel like they go for certain types of archetypes on these shows, right? So, we had Big Frida at one point in time, we got the Saucy Santana, you got the big Nene personalities, you got the Jocelyn's, you had the New Yorks, you got the Tamars now. And another person who is huge in the world of reality TV is Claudia Jordan. Now, Claudia Jordan to me is somebody that keeps a job. Like this woman is the definition of takes a licking and keeps on ticking. She will always get to the bag, it appears. So I'm not mad at it at all because, as we've stated before, the name of the game in this world of entertainment is to keep working. Okay, keep working and doing the doggone thing. And similarly, I would assume that Claudia will also be pretty booked and busy as she's filming this show, because I would assume that maybe she might have to be doing Fox Soul from the university that they're going to be at. Somebody let me know what you guys think about that, because I'm super, super interested. Just to also let you guys know, they will be attending Xavier University of Louisiana. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see a Big Frida cameo. We also have comedian Carl Lewis Miller. I don't really know much about him, although I know that he is a comedian who tours. I believe he was on Wild and Out, but you guys will correct me if I'm wrong because I know that you always do, and I love every second of it. Because this is a community here. So he fits in again with the comedian role that they tend to seem to like to also have on the show. And then we finally round out the cast with him. Now, I feel like to me, this is a much smaller group than prior seasons, or I could be wrong. I felt like they had like at least 7 or 8 before, and I felt like we've kind of dwindled it down to maybe 6. Maybe that was a more manageable number, or maybe the budget, okay? The budget is like, we got to make sure we maintain and we stay within the budget. I don't know. But I do think that they have enough here to have some good controversy, some good fun and laughs and stuff like that. And it'll be interesting to see how Claudia and Tamar mix it up. I really will be interested to see how that works out. So we got a bunch of new shows ready to hit the airwaves this coming spring, and I could not be more excited. Which show are you most excited about? Let us know in the chatterization down below. And of course, I will catch you in the next video.